Hannah, your new book, Meet Mrs. Smith, is coming out. It's your story from behind the scenes, your perspective on life with Martin and on the road with Delirious, being a mum of 6 kids. Can you tell us a little bit about what made you want to sit down and write your story?
People have asked me a lot, how do you do that? How have you taken 6 children? How do you do this? And I ended up talking to a lot of them about, how I used to do it. And I just thought, why don't I just write a book, put it all in there? Then I don't really like the public stuff too much. I quite like being a bit behind the scenes. So I thought then people can know, and then I don't have to do anything. So they can read
about it.
Read the
just
book.
Read my book.
Read my book if you want to know, and then
Yeah.
I can just, that was my way of contributing. That's where it started, and actually I found it really cathartic to write. It was, a great process. I had child on one hip, wooden spoon in the other, writing it down on a dictaphone to a girl in Australia at the time, Kaz, who was a great friend of mine. So that's how it was originally. Let's just do this for fun, let's do this to document, but also I knew it could help people who had asked me lots of questions. But obviously writing the book brought up lots of different emotions, which I wasn't really prepared for. I wasn't counting on it bringing up so much great stuff, great memories, but also a lot of hurt and stuff that I actually had to deal with whilst writing it, which was tough.
And so 6 children. Tell me about that. Was that something that you've had a lot of flack about? Do people laugh at you in the street? How have you ended up pulling that off? How did that happen?
I don't really know. I love children. Thought I'd have 4. Got to 4 and thought, oh, let's have a few more. This is great fun.
Yeah.
Martin he's an amazing dad, and absolutely loved it, having small children as well. But obviously it was difficult with Martin being on the road, and having so many children. There was price to pay for them, for Martin, for me.
You tell the story in the book about, and my heart just went out to you because it's what you're talking about. You're going to bed, you've put all the children to sleep, and suddenly there's a noise in your bedroom.
So I'm just lying in bed. Actually, I'd written a note to Martin saying how safe I feel. This is just when we moved in the house, and how everyone was saying, how do you feel being in that house? Doesn't it feel, a bit weird without Martin? And so I was just writing about how amazingly safe I feel. All of a sudden, this bat comes straight through into the bedroom and starts circling around, and if you read the book, you'll know, just kind of like completely freaked out.
Yeah.
Got under the covers and just managed to crawl downstairs, phone my mum and dad, who came around and tried to find it.
You're amazingly organised. You're amazingly cheerful and upbeat. But what else is it? What has God given you for you to be able to do this?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I feel privileged. I feel inspired. I feel it's my career. It's my passion. It's what I'm on this earth to do. It's what I breathe, what I enjoy. That actually has a huge amount to do with how much I can cope because I enjoy it. Of course you have your moments where you just think, oh my goodness, what have I done? Where have all these children come from? This house is crazy, it's messy, it's this. Of course you get those moments, and especially when one of them's ill, or you can't be with all of them at the same time, or when they're crying, or when they want daddy. It's really those moments are really tough. But I also love the team aspect of family, of like, we're going to work together. We're gonna if one of them's upset. Actually, Ellie's, my eldest, is really, really good at meeting her other brothers and sisters where they're at, and for all of them to help. It's not a mum and dad job, but together as community, as family, as extended family, as church. We've all got our jobs. We're aunties, we're uncles, we've all got our roles that we can do.
Obviously, one of the things I love the most about you is that you know who you are. You can see who you belong to. You can see that you're God's. You can see your fire for God in your eyes. But with 6 kids and a house to run and a marriage to manage and to keep going, how on earth do you fit in time with God? How do you keep that fire alive?
God has been my tower of strength through everything that I've been through. I know that sounds really cliche and sometimes a bit cheesy, but honestly, I could not do this. At night time when I'm locking up the house, the night times are really tough when you're on your own. You can feel fear like you don't feel any other time of the day, or in the middle of the night, and you hear stuff. And being responsible for me of lots of children and lots of things, you know, that fear thing can be quite overwhelming, and I just have learnt to rely on that strength of God in those moments. He is the one that's in control. He is the one I've given my life to. Fear is not part of me, and to claim those things in times where it's been really tough, I've had to fight for, not just believe. For me, it's a fighting for thing, and to rely on that in those times. We all go through seasons of low times and then good times, and when you're in a low time, it's really hard to see other people go through great times. Be aware of that. It's a huge responsibility being a mum, and to kind of lift that up again and say, girls, you're not forgotten.
Yeah.
You are not forgotten. This is a huge responsibility. Do it well. Concentrate. This is your season. This is your time. And to not belittle it, not to think that we all need more than that all the time. You know, my life was dedicated to my kids, is dedicated to my kids. And that is a huge thing for us all, whether you've got 6 or whether you've got 1.
Yeah.
It takes every bit of you.